Flames ravage condos hours after fire safety meeting. This ought to be awesome.
It began with the condo fire that destroyed 7 units and damaged at least 5 others.
Well, tonight, residents are left picking up the pieces as investigators search for what sparked that inferno. News 12 Long Island's Tim Kelchner has that story.
Flames ravaged 12 units at the Blue Ridge condominium complex in Medford just before midnight Thursday.
Part of the building is missing.
The building contains 24...
Part of the building is missing? Gee, that's a fucking understatement. I couldn't imagine why.
Units, and officials say the 50 residents affected made it out safely. But it was the timing of the fire that had residents talking today.
2 hours after the meeting ended, the fire started.
Residents attended a meeting last night to discuss fire safety in the condo community. Soon after it ended, Bill Bernstein smelled smoke, and one thing came to mind.
Here we go again.
Thursday's fire was the third at the complex in the past 18 months. The fire wasn't on this side, it was...
It's not over here, it's right
Okay.
across.
Karen Sheridan showed us the sites of the previous fires. One was in December of 2014, and the other just a few months ago.
A lot of us, including myself, we've upped our insurance. Some people have doubled our insurance to make sure we're properly covered.
Residents tell us these buildings were built in the 1970s, and there's no firewall. So if one catches fire, that fire spreads throughout the condo.
So he's basically blaming the construction of the building on how bad the fire was. Well, yeah, newer buildings have better fire safety codes and things like that in place. My house here was built in the 1950s. And fire safety, houses didn't go on fire in the 50s. Well, not as much, I guess. Why do houses go on fire? Well, a lot of times you hear about it, and it's due to electrical problems. And a lot of times the electrical problem was your goddamn cell phone charger. That's right. Sometimes that'll spark and light up because it's made in China, and the onboard things that are supposed to throw it into protection mode, should a short or something like that occurs, because you know how your plug is. It's all gnarly at the end of it and bent, and you have to hold it a certain way and put a binder clip on the fucking thing to make it work. You're just waiting for shit like this to happen. Get a new cord or get a new charger. Or better yet, get rid of your fucking phone.
The construction in the 70s is much different than it was today.
Condo President Rich Hansen says while residents are responsible for their own insurance, the Blue Ridge community will do everything they can to help their neighbors.
And this is Blue Ridge. We get by, we move forward.
In Medford, Tim Kelchner, News 12, Long Island.
The fire marshal is still investigating what caused that fire. Right now they say it is still undetermined.
Remember that this fire happened after a fire safety meeting, just 2 hours after. Well, what did the residents learn in that? Now, I understand the cause of the fire is still under investigation. That's all fine and good. But apparently they didn't seem to learn much. That means, again, it's a direct result of the teacher or proctor or whoever was administering this class or seminar or whatever you want to call it, being too lenient with these seniors looking at peopleofwalmart.com or other such sites. The irony in this one that's pretty funny, that it's after a fire safety meeting, but you got to be careful if you're in an apartment and that was one of the reasons that I wanted to get out of the apartment we were living in before the house, obviously, because you never know what the other people are going to do and what they're going to cause and what they're going to start. It's scary. But anyway, once again, it was just the irony of this one. No more to really say on that. So with that, thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.